I used to have a theory that every person has an innate disposition, like a primary emotion that they default to with all interactions. Whether that's nature, whether that's nurture, maybe it's a concept from inside out, who knows. But for the longest time, I grew up thinking my primary, emotion was anger. The main memory I tied to that theory is the time I was in preschool and I was drawing owls. And most of the owls are made up of cut up pieces of paper, but then they gave us black crayons to draw the eyeballs, and I wanted my owl's eyeballs to be real tiny, because I thought I looked better, artist at heart. But I was sitting next to this little kid, whomst my mother kept trying to tell me I had a crush on, but I didn't. He was really into dinosaurs. I thought that was lame. And this kid tells me that my eyeballs on my owl are too small, and then proceeds to reach over to my owl and scribble these messy, giant eyeballs. Yeah, owls' eyeballs aren't supposed to be small, I get that, but they're also not supposed to be drawn by some random little boy on my paper. And for the longest time I believed anger was my primary emotion, because there was a part of me that wanted to hunt that kid down. I have a fantasy that he grew up to be a wildlife photographer, and he only uses old school techniques to develop film in a dark room, and his favorite subject matter happens to be owls. And I would break into his studio, and I'd scratch out all the owl eyeballs. And he'd never know who did this, because who holds on to a grudge that long? Who? Me! I'm still mad about it. Thus proving my theory on dispositions. Thank you for coming to my KK Talk.